Okay, before we get into talking about menus, customizing menus, toolbars, and display panels and such, I wanted to have this little short video to talk about a little more in detail what a workspace is and why we should create our own. So as I mentioned before, a workspace is a saved set of custom menus, customized toolbars, and or customized panels. And when I say customized, what I mean to say is it's changed in some form or function to best give you an organized and efficient workflow. So examples of this could include custom keyboard shortcuts, hiding some menu items, changing tools available in the toolbar, customizing how and where the toolbar is displayed, and then specific panels that may be available, and then panels displayed in different ways. So I think the best way to create your own workspace is to just start with one that's probably going to be pretty similar to the one you have. So for this demonstration, I'm going to start with the photography workspace. This comes seated with Photoshop, so it's a good place to start with just some general tools available. So you can get to the photography workspace in one of two ways. You can either come up and click on Window, Workspace, and then come down and select photography, or you can come over here to the side where the thumbnail is and click here and go to photography. So we're going to select this, and notice there's not much of a change. I had another workspace there, but let's just show you. I wanted you to see how things change whenever you select a different workspace. So this is the photography workspace, the one that comes seated with Photoshop. So now what we can do is go in and select our own, or create our own workspace so that it looks exactly like the photography workspace. Excuse me. So how do you do that? Well, again, you can either go to Window, Workspace, excuse me, and select New Workspace, or you can come over to the thumbnail over here and do the same thing. Come down to New Workspace, and that gives you this dialog box. Excuse me. And what we want to do is put a name in here where it says name, something that makes sense to you. So we're going to do RTPC Photoshop Learning as the name of the new workspace. Then down below here you have three check boxes. You have the keyboard shortcuts, you have menus, and you have toolbar. And what this does, if you check these, that means that you want them to be part of your workspace. So anything you change to them, you want it saved to your workspace. If you don't check them, any changes you make to them will not be saved to your workspace. So next time you open it, you'll have the old photography workspace, keyboard shortcuts, menus, and toolbar. So if you mess things up, you can always go back and change everything back to the photography workspace. So you could start over. So I would say we definitely want to check all of these. So we're going to check these. And then you see it says here panel locations will be saved in this workspace. So anything you do with the panels, how you put them over here to display, if you use thumbnails, however you do it over here, they will be saved. They will be saved in your workspace. So now if I click on the Save button, you are going to now be working in your own workspace. If you come over here and look, it has Photoshop Learning checked because that's the one you created, and now you're in that workspace. So anything we do now is in regard to shortcuts, menu items, toolbar, display of panels will all be saved to this workspace. And that's what we want to do so that you can have, once again, a workspace that is most efficient and most organized for what you do. So now we'll move on to how you create those changes.